Resident Evil series is arguably the Mac Daddy of the horror genre of games. The series has had some extreme highs over the years and some extreme lows, but this is a series that just won't be shot in the head. At face value, its story revolves around a big pharmaceutical company called Umbrella that is actually a secret military industrial complex producing biomechanical weapons and GMO food. And worst of all, it's doing it for the government. It's in that the truth of the story comes to light.
The Golgotha virus, also known as the G virus, is possibly one of the most volatile and unstable viruses the survival horror series has introduced to date.
Leon, who was named after the assassin Leon from the movie Leon. Claire and Sherry are the subjects of a mind control program called MK Ultra. The Raccoon City incident is a false flag operation that is little more than a test to see how the subject will handle future missions. Let me explain what the MK Ultra program is and what role it plays in this story. MK Ultra was, and most likely still is, a CIA operation that sought to counter the Soviet spy program. Using hypnosis, drugs, and other mind-controlling techniques to essentially turn a Russian spy into a defector. It didn't stop there though. Project Artichoke sought to turn an unwitting subject, domestic or foreign, into an assassin, or a Manchurian candidate. The most high-profile case was the assassination of Robert Kennedy by Sirhan, an assassin who claimed that he had been hypnotized and that he thought that he was at the gun range when he fired the fatal shot. He maintains his innocence to this day. Let's look into why Leon and Claire are MK drones, and why Sherry is a drone in training. First off, it's all about the circumstances surrounding them and the locations they have been put in. I mentioned earlier that the Raccoon City incident was a false flag. A false flag is when a staged event is presented as a real-life event. Its sole purpose is to sway public opinion and justify war and laws passing, such as terror attacks and mass shootings. The Raccoon City incident is a controlled staged event by Umbrella. Everyone in the city believes it's real and happening. There are no blockades set up in Raccoon City. There is no military outpost, despite the city being in quarantine for a few days at least. Let's talk about the role of drugs in MK Ultra. The most prominent drug is lysergic acid dilithiamide, or LSD for short, and who knows how that drug has mutated over the years since the 1960s. LSD was tested on both willing and non-willing participants to see its mind-altering capabilities. In 1951, the French town of Pont-Saint-Esprit was allegedly poisoned by some bread laced with LSD by the CIA. This was to see how the populace would react to mass hallucinations. The same experiment is happening in Raccoon City. The drugs being taken by the people of Raccoon City are the herbs. Even the food is laced with them, and Umbrella produces the genetically modified foods that the citizens eat. They were poisoned long before the fake outbreak. Leon and Claire are steered in the direction that the handlers and the controllers want them to go. To progress through the police station, you need to find keys, and the keys are decorated with playing card symbols. This is to indicate that the safe haven of the police station is a house of cards that has already fallen. It puts the subject in a state of despair. The herbs they use, which are probably made in Umbrella's botanical labs, are mind-altering drugs like LSD that, when mixed, puts the subjects into a deeper, mind-controlled state where nothing is as it seems. In order to leave the RPD, you must solve the goddess puzzle. In effect, you are paying offerings to the goddess. This is a mental trigger for Leon because his handler is a woman. This solidifies his worship of the Grand Dame, and because it leads down deeper into the lower levels, it indicates that he is falling deeper down into the rabbit hole. Let's talk about the role of handlers in MK Ultra and who the handlers are in this game. The role of the handler is a master role, but it is not always clear to the subject that they are being controlled.
It's from my mom. For my birthday last year.
Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. Got it.
Handlers will promise to meet the individual needs of the subject, but these needs get ignored for the goals of the group. The handler will manipulate, but the reality of the subject at will.
Once it's in hand, I'll call for extraction. Hey, Leon, trust me?
Trust me?
Honestly, if I didn't, you'd probably be dead.
Right.
I thought I might need your help, and I was right. If I'm gonna finish this case, you're the last hope I've got.
I'm not just gonna leave you here. What if you're attacked? What if you need help?
Leon's handler is Ada Wong. As we know, Ada is already working for Umbrella, and Umbrella is working for the government, which is why she has an authentic FBI badge. She uses it to gain Leon's trust, to make him believe that she is one of the good guys. She tells Leon that he shouldn't impede her investigation, but also leaves the door open so he can follow. Puzzled, he wants to know more about Ada and what she's doing in the station. Furthermore, how he can help her. He follows her exactly where she wants him to go, so he can meet Ben, a reporter who has some damning evidence against Umbrella. Then, he gets to witness Ben being killed for what he knows. This is called Revelation of the Method. It shows Leon what happens to you if you cross Umbrella.
I'm looking for Annette Birkin. She's the one at Umbrella responsible for unleashing the virus. I'm going to bring her down.
Weak for a little while, but yes, she's free of the G virus.
Ada is always there to help Leon too. She even drops a ladder down for him after the first boss fight, before she's even introduced herself in the game. This is indicating that she's always watching him. There's a very knowing scene where Mr. X crashes through the wall and grabs Leon. Ada just so happens to have a truck set up facing the direction of Mr. X filled with C4. This is because she knows Mr. X will crash through the wall at that exact spot at that exact time. It's all a test. And while I'm in your head for a minute, let's discuss Mr. X. There's a small device attached to the side of his head. This is a receiver. He is being remote controlled. What gives credence to my line of thinking in this is the Resident Evil, The Resistance demo trailer. You see a controller putting on a pair of gloves and controlling Mr. X. He also flips some switches and activates zombies and traps. He even pushes some sliders and makes the zombies more aggressive, just like the adaptive difficulty that the game features. Why use him if he wasn't so important? She needs him to complete his training, and she needs Leon to get his job done. And what is his job? His job is to get close enough to Annette Bening and retrieve a sample of the G virus. G is Masonic. It allegedly stands for the Grand Architect of God. And a good job he does too. The next time we see him in the main game, his training is over, and he is a fully fledged super agent working for the government, who we know has ties to Umbrella.
Hello?